Noelia with My Moxie Dreams. Thanks for joining me today for this bonus video on my weekly menu and how I created this on Canva and with my label maker. I posted this video probably a month or two ago and I got so many inquiries about how I did it and to please create a video on how to do this specific thing. Now, I am a huge proponent of Canva. If you're not familiar with Canva, I strongly suggest that you hit the link below and get free 30-day free of the pro, and then if you decide you like it, you can sign up. I was following a girl on YouTube and she uses Canva and she mentioned it, and so I thought, well, let me play around with it, and I absolutely love it. I create my photos, collages on Canva. I create these kind of things, this little weekly menu on Canva. I absolutely freaking love Canva, and I'm going to show you here why. So before I do that, let me just kind of quickly show you what this is. So this is just a basic copy paper that I just printed meals on, and I used that. It's nothing major. Anybody can go online onto your Microsoft Word, Google Docs, and just type in the size that you want, and then you just title it however you want. What I'm going to be showing you is more so the Canva piece, how I made this particular little thing, because it's simply just putting it all over the place, but it's just little squares with the days of the week. Now, we have family nights, so there's only 6 here for me, but the one we're going to do, I'm going to show you how to do 7 and how to use Canva to create a menu planner or anything else that you want. Canva is so amazing that you can do so many different things with it. So we're gonna jump into Canva and show you exactly how I did this specific thing. Once you're in Canva, you're gonna go into Create Design, Custom Design. Here's where you have the width and the height. You wanna make sure you change it to inches. Then you're going to type in the width and the height of the Post-it or whatever you're going to be using that you're going to laminate for this particular thing. I have 3.8 by 5.6, the Daiso. Okay, so there's the actual size of your design. On the left-hand side, you'll see all these different options, and you want to go to text. I have a specific one that I like. It's Love and Joy. And you're basically going to use the mouse to move it into position. I'm going to use the top part, not the second part. So you're going to see me delete that second part. Now I'm going to just add in weekly menu. And there it is. Now what we're going to do is go under elements. And this is where your little mini post-its that you're going to be listing your dinners on. So I have a square border. You can just do a square, gray square, a thin square. I'm going to do a square border. I think I chose a thin one. And we're going to see if it comes up. If I can find the one that I want. I'm just choosing any one that I think will work. So when you put it in, you just carry it over onto your template, and as you close the margin, you will see the size of the item. Now you want to make sure that the size of the box is equal to, I like to have mine a little bit smaller than the actual Post-it. And once you get it to the right size, you're then going to copy and paste it. And the great thing about Canva is it lines things up. It tells you if you're off center, tells you when you're in center, and all this is about is just deciding where you're going to place things. You're going to continue to copy and paste until you get the right amount of elements into your template. So as you can see right here, they're lined up both vertically and diagonally. And I'm just continuing to paste and continuing until I get my 7 squares. And if you see that pink or red line, that is just telling you that you're lining them up both vertically and horizontally. So if you're a perfectionist like me, this is huge. So you'll see that I just continue to copy and paste until I reach the desired amount of squares. I'm going to go back to the left-hand side and go under text. You're going to see a small text box come up. I'm going to move that. I'm going to shrink it. As you can see, I'm backspacing out, and I'm going to type in Monday, and then I'm going to move it into the spot I want. So I put it right above the box. Then I'm just going to click on that item, copy and paste, and basically you're just going to do the same thing you did with the boxes. You're going to copy and paste and put it into position where it should go. So you'll just see me repeat the process of pasting it and moving it on top of each box. I'll later type in the days of the week as we go. But this is kind of, I like to do it this way because then I have the exact replica of the first one. I can position them so that they're straight. You're seeing those lines, alignment lines show up. Those red lines again show up telling you that you're in center. I love those. Now you're going to watch me go in and I just start to type in the days of the week. So we're done with the days of the week, and then I decide I don't want them black. I wanted to have them like a grayed out because I don't want my post-it notes to show up so dark. So I'm just going to go here to the transparency, and I'm going to go down to 15 and do that for each box. Okay, once that's done, I just wanted to show you here, you can go in and change the font to any font you want. Canva has so many different types of fonts, so you can change it to any kind of font you would like that is, in line with your own planner. I typically use the same fonts because I want my planner to feel cohesive. And so I kind of tend to use the same thing. But I just wanted to kind of show you here that there's many, 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 many types of fonts that you can use. So once you decide on your font and you change everything to your liking, you're now done. You're ready to go. So what you're going to do is hit download up at your right hand corner, and you have different types of downloads. You could do a PDF file, a JPEG. I choose PDF, and you can also choose to have crop marks if you so choose. I think I go back and show you that you can do PDF, print, and you can choose crop marks or not. I tend to choose not, but you can certainly choose if you want. Once you hit download, it's going to download to your computer. So I have a Mac, so I'm going to go to my downloads. I'm going to double click it. It pops up immediately. I am going to print this. And when you print it, you got to make sure that it is set correctly. If you just print it, sometimes it'll print the full page. You can see that mine shows actual size. That is what you want. And it should print right in the center. So go ahead and hit print. Okay, so here is what we made on Canva. Now you'll notice that there's no cut lines or anything like that. I typically don't do cut lines. But if you noticed when I did Canva, I gave it a specific dimension, and that was because I used these specific Daiso transparent stickers or Post-its. So basically what you're gonna do, you can just place this exactly how you want it printed. You can place it right over. That's exactly how it's going to print again. The other option is to have the crop lines, which I don't necessarily like to do. So I'm going to go ahead and put this back into the printer and reprint the same thing. Okay, so here it is, printed exactly how I just put the Post-it right over. So there is now my new menu sheet, okay? So what I did with mine is a little more thick, is I basically just took a laminating sheet and laminated it. So I have these 4x6 laminating sheets, and I basically just took this particular thing, I lined it up first at the bottom and then did it like this. And then you're gonna laminate this and cut it to side, and it's gonna come out just like this. Okay, while the laminating machine is warming up, I just wanna talk to you about a couple of things. I print this first on regular paper so that I know where I'm going to be putting my specific Post-it. If you choose not to use a transparent Post-it, that's totally fine. You can even cut this to the size you want, and this could be what you laminate. It's completely up to you. It doesn't have to necessarily be a Post-it like mine. The other thing to consider is, depending on, I have squares because I know I'm going to be using these Daiso stickers, but you could choose to use arrows and create it to that length and then duplicate it over and over again. You can also do these kinds of Post-it notes, these longer rectangular ones. It's completely up to you which kind that you want, okay? So again, I chose the smaller squares because I like them and it's just what I want. All right. Let's go ahead and put this baby in here. Okay, so there that is. We'll move that to the side. We're just gonna cut it down to the appropriate length. Again, this is to your personal preference, how you want to cut this down. I always like to leave enough so that it won't unseal. And then I run it one more time through, so that looks perfectly good to me. After I cut, just to make sure that I didn't break any seal, I like to send it back through the laminating machine. All right, so really that is the hardest part, just creating what you want on Canva. Now the easiest part is creating these labels with all of your dinners. Now the first thing I would suggest is that you write down on a blank sheet of paper all of your meals that you and your family typically eat. And that way, when you're going to make the labels, they're that much easier. So now to make this, you will need a label maker. Unless you are like amazing at handwriting and maybe you can do it with the Sharpie, it's completely up to you. This is just what I use because I love my Brother label maker. So basically this is the easiest part. You're going to pick your font, do whatever, and then like for instance, I'm gonna pizza. And so there is pizza. You're basically just gonna cut it down to size. I typically will use my tweezers. I don't have them readily available right now. And then I just put pizza. So there's the pizza. I can add it to here. And when I'm ready to plan out my week, I can put pizza here. We're gonna do sliders here. We're gonna do chile verde here, and parm. dough, calzones. I'm just putting anything here just because I want you to be able to see how this works. So this is typically in my planner, and then this is just, this would then get placed in my weekly. So let's go to my weekly, and it would be right here. So that's basically it, you guys. It's super simple. It is something that is super functional for me and my family. For me, this has worked. It's amazing. I hope that it helps you. If you enjoyed this, leave a comment below. I would love if you would subscribe to my channel, hit that notification button so that you can get alerted every time I upload these bonus videos. Thanks, everyone. I hope you have a great day. Bye.